Good afternoon. Would everybody stand and we will say together the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now if we can recite together the Rotary four-way test of the things we think, say, and do.
Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial for all concerned?
Thank you. Here we go. Yeah, now we're on.
Here we go. Nice.
Go ahead. Do you have all these people? Oh my gosh, you're Mr. Wonderful today.
Thank you. I know you don't want to give up the microphone, Gene, but oh well. So I want you to all turn around and look at the camera right over there. Okay, great. So I have 3 student guests and 1 parent. So we'll give the parent the first nod here. And his name is Craig McSalvany, and he lives in South Boulder, and his daughter Paige is up next. She went to RILA Week 2. Gabriel Bergeson went to also RILA Week 2, and right next to me, if you can see her, is Simone Leonard, who went to RILA 1. I'm going to give them an opportunity to say just a few words about their experiences at the conferences. So, Simone.
Hi, I'm Simone, and we're supposed to talk about what we learned and what we took away, right? Yeah? Okay. Wow, that's a very hard question because I feel like I learned 100 years worth of information in 1 week. Personally, I think that week at RILA really taught me how to be vulnerable with myself and others, and how emotion and empathy is a very key important to being a very successful leader. And just that was a very, a very important revelation that I had. And taking away from it, I feel like I've learned to look at everybody I interact with and have to work with in groups or lead in a more of a level way, I suppose. And it's using that empathy that I learned in myself and for others. I think it's very easy to relate with more people now. So.
My name is Gabriel Bergeson. I wanted to thank you all for sending me to the RILA conference. I think the main thing that I took away from the week is a good leader has to not only lead other people, but needs to know how to follow other people. We also learned some more about different people, since we were spending time with people who we might not normally spend time with. I learned a lot about people and how to work better with a team. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Paige McSavany. I went to the week 2, as Bill said. I want to thank you all for sending me to RILA as well. When I look back on my week at RILA, it's kind of a little bit of a blur because we had a lot to do and we were really busy the entire time, but that's a good thing. But probably the thing that I took away the most was the junior counselors every day would share words and stories that were important to them. And so one of the words on the very last day a junior counselor shared was roots. And she was talking about how, you know, there's going to be monumental things that happen throughout your life and destructive things, but you'll always regrow and things will always be more beautiful. You know, and she was referencing to, you know, how when wildfires spread through the environment, the ecosystems can be destroyed, but they'll always regrow and plants will come back and roots will ground themselves again. And so I think I've really been able to take that back with me and learn more about how to deal with conflicts in my life and learning how to grow, not only myself, but also with the others around me. So, thank you.
Let's come over here. I'll move as quickly as I can.
Hi, this is Jane Cummings, her second visit here, and she is involved in education, has been to India, and involved with many nonprofits, and that's the deal. Thank you.
I just learned I need to talk with you because you and I have both been to India. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to introduce a colleague and a fellow Rotarian. Jen Thomas works with me at True Community Care, and she's a member of the Boulder Valley Club, and she wanted to come and see how our club works. So, Jen Thomas.
I'm John Krupnick, a Red Badger, and about 2 weeks ago I met Monty Doob on my left. He seemed made for Rotary. His 10-page resume has been condensed down to 50 words. He worked in Chicago for 40 years in healthcare law. His introduction to Boulder came in 1989 when he represented Boulder Memorial Hospital in its merger with Boulder County Hospital. So it took him that long to get things in order to move to Boulder. He's worked for he's represented hundreds of nonprofits nationwide on the board of the American Jewish World Service, a human rights organization supporting 450 grantees in 19 countries, and he recently finished a 2-year tenure as chairman of that board. He and his wife Lori are very excited about being in Boulder. Although he's from Evanston, where Rotary, I guess, originated, he has never been to a Rotary meeting before, so this is his first. Thank you very much.
You traveled a long way from Evanston to here. It's good to have you.
Welcome, everybody. Today, we are pleased to have 2 Rotarians from 2 clubs out of our district who are big supporters of Boulder Rotary. To my right, Bill Korsted from Denver 31. To my left, Bob Rose. And the reason Bob is here today, we just finished our meeting with World Community Service, and I'm pleased to announce that we are supporting a new global grant from his club, where he is the champion in Honduras. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Today is one of our departure days at Boulder Rotary. We have 2 students that are headed outbound next year on the youth exchange program, so I will let them say a little bit about themselves.
Hi, my name is Bobby Urban, and I'm 15 years old, and I go to Boulder High School. And I'm going to Spain next year on exchange, and I just want to thank everyone at Rotary for this opportunity, and I'm very excited to go.
And I'm Fiona, I'm 17, and I go to Monarch High School, and I am going to France next year for my exchange. And I'd also like to thank all of you for sponsoring me so I get to have this opportunity. Thank you.
I don't see any people standing up. Is there anybody that we missed? Welcome.
Yes, welcome. We're going to lead off our announcements with a classified ad and a sports brief. Classified ad, we have a member looking for a chiropractor in the Lafayette area. So if you know someone, I can't think of anyone who's in our club who's a chiropractor there, but come and see me afterwards. And the sports brief is, some of you noticed at the raffle table that there are some season tickets that Dr. Peter Ewing, he donated his season tickets for the purpose of raising additional scholarship funds. And so each week we're gonna, that CU has a home game, we're gonna auction off these tickets, and all of the money that is raised will be contributed towards scholarships for our Rotary Club. The second thing I want to just have you make a mental note about, we have applied to the Colorado Rockies to have a Rotary night on Wednesday, September 11th. They're playing the Cardinals. And I know if John Moselak's here, he's going for sure. But just keep that in mind and look on the rib, and we'll have more details next week. Wine into Water is 1 week from tomorrow at the home of Scott and Anne Marie Reeder. And we have, I think, between 40 and 50 people signed up so far, so there are still some seats available. And what we'd like to do is hit the cap, hit the limit, which is 80 guests. And the show starts at 5, and I am one of your table captains, and I know there are some other table captains here. Would you please stand up if you're a table captain at the event? Okay, now I'm Argentina. No, stay standing. I want to know what country you're representing. I'm Argentina. Spain. Kitty. Alessandro. John. Okay, thank you very much for volunteering. All right, Michael McHale is here to give us an update on the Day of Caring.
So we have Day of Caring coming up on September 13th. I was thinking on the way over here today that two of the most important things to me as a Rotarian is the opportunity to get together with all of you on Fridays and to learn something new about our community. The other thing that I'm learning now is understanding those groups that work within our community to provide that safety net, that weave the fabric of our community together. And one of the things that I really enjoy about the Day of Caring is that I actually get to go and see how people work and the work that they do in support of our community. And I get to, in a very small way, support them and be able to thank them. So I want to encourage all of you to join us for the Day of Caring. On your tables is a sign-up sheet. It lists the different projects that we have going on. On the back, you can sign up for it. If you have any questions, go ahead and put your question down on the sheet of paper, and I'll get back with you. I want to let you know right now, we actually have a couple of companies who actually have more of their employees coming to represent the Boulder Rotary Club than we do have members signed up. So let's not let that happen, but I do want to give a shout out to Husky Signs, who have signed up 10 of their employees, and True Community Care that signed up 7 of their employees. We've only got 9 members signed up. So let's do a good showing. Please sign up, and I look forward to seeing you at the different events that we have. Thank you.
Here's my sign-up sheet. And I think I forgot to mention, there are sign-up sheets for wine and to water on the tables too. Next up, we have a Chad Stam, who's going to tell us a little bit about a banner that he just got overseas.
Present that to you, sir. So I recently was in Tbilisi, Georgia, and well, first of all, let me say that I think Rotary Connects the World is probably my favorite theme that we've ever had, and these guys over here are going to learn that real quick, so well done. Another way, though, that we can all do that is to visit another club when we travel abroad. So I always try to do that wherever I go. Thus, the Tbilisi Ambassador Rotary Club, they were about 3 years old, very new club. But one of the things about connecting is it also brings understanding. And for me, what I understood by visiting the Rotary Club there, the speaker that day was the Deputy Minister of Healthcare for the Republic of Georgia, and the real brunt of the conversation was about mental health. So I had a chance to talk a little bit about the mental health initiatives that we have in our club. There were other folks there from around the US and other clubs who also have mental health initiatives in their clubs. So at some point, I don't know if Diana Sherry's here or Hans, but I have some email addresses that I'll exchange with you guys because they were really interested, especially in our suicide prevention program. So if you have a chance, travel abroad, definitely go to a Rotary Club. So thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Next up, we have a couple of red badge inductions by Cassidy Murphy.
Hello, come on up. Well, I am pleased as punch that I get to introduce and reintroduce two awesome new members and renewed member. Some of you may remember that Rob Anderson, Dr. Rob Anderson, came and gave us an amazing presentation about the superintendent's position and what is going on in Boulder Valley School District. He is now a member. He is the superintendent for the last year and a half. He's a dedicated educator. He's been in education for more than 2 decades. He's done every position that you can imagine, from teacher, assistant principal, principal, administrator, and now superintendent. Most recently, he was the superintendent of academics in Fulton County in Georgia. He helped lead that district to narrow achievement gaps and increase the graduation rate, and also increasing their readiness for college. He also grew up in a pretty small town in Florida. He saw how education really helped people to change their lives and change the lives of those around them. After graduating from Central Florida University, he wanted to give other students support and opportunity that his teachers gave him, so he became a teacher. He was a math and science teacher in Orlando, rose through the ranks to the Orange County, Florida public school system, and eventually was a department chair and administrative dean, assistant principal, and principal. And he was a principal at Lake Nona High School. He led the development of challenging, engaging programs that set all students up for success. And, they were working towards an associate degree, and when they graduated from high school, there was a healthcare career pathway that then allowed them to earn certifications in their industry, as well as an international scholars program designed to prepare English language learners for the rigors of college, which is very much like Adelante, which I hope you know all about. Rob was drawn to Boulder Valley School District by the shared commitment and core values of equity and excellence. He looks forward to building on that hard work, both in the school district and also here at Rotary. So I'd love to introduce you to Rob. Thank you so much. All right. Some of you already know TC North. He's been a friend for many years, and I'm very glad to be reintroducing him to Rotary. He left for a little while to do a bunch of other things because he's a busy guy, but I'll let you know who he is for the folks who've not met him yet. He's a PhD. He's a co-author of a best-selling book called Fearless Leaders. Mike has been in his Fearless Leaders group for many years and would never miss it if he can. TC is a high-performance EOS implementer. What does EOS mean?
Entrepreneur Operating System.
Entrepreneur Operating System implementer, executive host, coach for entrepreneurs, and a sought-after international speaker who accelerates success of individuals and organizations. Early in his career, he coached mentally 31 Olympic athletes and a few teams and a professional sports teams in the art of clearing their thoughts and emotions to maximize their success. In recent years, he's helped 2 entrepreneurs go from, you said, frustration and flat revenues to become a member of the Inc. 5,000 fastest growing private companies in the US. He's a CEO coach for both Techstars in Boulder and Techstars Sustainability in partnership with the Nature Conservancy in Denver, is that right? And is a published scientist. One of his studies has been designated as a landmark study because it created a whole new paradigm of understanding of human emotion. He is a true athlete and a true Boulderite. He says that he loves to do weird things. He's roller skied up Flatirons, Flagstaff, not Flatiron, sorry, that would be even more cool. Flagstaff, hundreds of times, and he has also roller skied down Flagstaff, which I guess is the more challenging. In Rotary, he was passionate and is passionate about working with kids. He worked with Rotaract, RILA, and the MetroSys program before. Hello. Before, and I hope that you will do so again. We're welcome. We're so happy to have you back.
Thank you. Deja vu all over again. Thank you, Cassidy. Okay, well, Rob and TC are really fortunate today because you're going to get a glimpse of your future 6 months plus or minus down the road, because we have a red to blue badge transition.
Very good, John.
Thank you.
And you've seen me do this somewhat last year. John has asked to have the red badge chairs, either Bill Anderson or myself, resume reintroducing our red badge members as they get their blue badge. So I don't know if that's news or what, but you will get to see my ugly mug a little more regularly. But today, I get the opportunity to reintroduce Norma Portnoy and her sponsor, thank you, Pam Malsbender, who has done a fantastic job between them getting a fast start. And let me go back to say that Rotary first influenced Norma's life when she was a college student studying in Sweden. Tack så mycket. Okay, thank you very much. A wonderful Swedish Rotary family hosted Norma, and she will never forget how proud she was of the beautiful ball gown that her Rotarian mother sewed for her to wear to the Nobel Peace Prize award ceremony and ball. Pretty cool. Rotary's continued to touch her life since then, including her son having attended Senior RILA and receiving 2 Rotary scholarships to attend CU's School of Business and study abroad in Chile. Quite the theme today. Before moving to Boulder, Norma was most recently a member of the Commerce City Rotary Club for the last 10 years, where she served on the board and was chair of many local community service projects. Her work didn't go unnoticed, as she was awarded Rotarian of the Year twice in those 10 years by the Commerce City Club. Service above self has always been Norma's passion, and Boulder Rotary has become her latest outlet for that passion. And since earning her red badge, she has served on the Behavioral Wellness Committee and proudly volunteered for the Spelling Bee, delivered floral arrangements to an assisted living facility. Mine were very nice, thank you. Helped plant trees at Harlow Park, visited Mindful Works for Rotation Day, and interviewed RILA applicants. But wait, we're not done. She's not done. And all you Red Badgers, take note, because Norma's looking forward to some opportunities she recently signed up for at some of the Red Badge breakfasts, which are first Thursday of the month. So anyway, on her docket for the coming months ahead, Norma's looking forward to getting active in the Rotary Youth Exchange Program, becoming a journaling partner, a reading partner, share a gift shopper, and leading the pledge and 4-way test here on Fridays now and then. She's clearly on a roll, and if any of you have questions about how to get engaged, I think she is someone that you want to consult. We're thrilled to have you, and we really appreciate your fast start.
We swap out. Pam gets the gold star. Thank you. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Norma. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, thank you. Okay. It is raffle time. And our winning ticket number, 2252716. Leap for the sky. Really? Okay. Hearing none, we go to backup. 2252721. Gary Kahn, that away. I know there were more questions, so they will stay around for a little while afterwards if you want to ask them. This is a distraction. I was looking at my own face, sorry. Okay, let's see here. George Russell, do we have some birthdays?
Had a psychic girlfriend, but she broke up with me before I met her. I want to encourage people to sit at the birthday table and to help us with the resident scholarship things that we give to students. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Well, we're almost finished with another weekly meeting, but it wouldn't have gone as smoothly without the following people. In our AV department, Fred Hull, Bob Taylor, Lynn Johnson, Grant Hickman, and special guest appearance, Nathan Womack. Did you have anything to do with the microphones today? All right, good. Good. Scholarships were hosted today by Charlotte Rome. Our member and guest registration experts were Sue Lounsbury, Kathy Olivier, and Judy Harriet. Red Badge Greeter, now Red Badger TC North. And the past president greeter was old, what's his name? Sam Pottinger. Thank you, Sam. That's all for this week. Oh, gosh, yes. Sorry, Daryl, Sally. I haven't rang the bell yet. We're still in session.
Hello, Rotarians and guests, and thank you for being here today. What a great program, and what a great crowd.
Help build peace and unity in our community. Join us on Saturday, August 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Second Baptist Church on Baseline.
And another reminder that you are invited to nominate a candidate for the Jim Swaby Peace Award. Nominations are due August 20th, which is next week. So get your nominations in and be a peace builder. Uh-oh, hold on to your hat and your umbrella.
Did you know that the very famous Mary Poppins song, A Spoonful of Sugar, was actually inspired by the polio vaccine? Songwriter Robert Sherman was having a hard time coming up with a catchy song for Julie Andrews' hit movie, but inspiration struck him one night when his child told him all about the polio vaccine they received at school. They said it didn't hurt because the polio vaccine was placed on a sugar cube.
Let's end polio now. Two countries, 14 states, 30 districts, and one fantastic time. The Rotary Zone Institute is going to be held September 5th at the Denver Marriott Tech Center Hotel. Look it up on the internet, sign up now.
BRC is aiming for 100 volunteers from Boulder Rotary Club on September 13th. The Day of Caring is great for families and your employees or colleagues. Sign up by filling out the form on your table.
And backed by popular demand is the Boulder Rotary Club Book Club. They're going to meet Monday, October 14th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. at the new home of Sue Deans near Union Station in downtown Denver. The book is The Newcomers, Finding Refuge, Friendship, and Hope in an American Classroom by Helen Thorpe. Now is the time on Sprockets when we dance.
Erica Randall, Associate Professor of Dance, will be speaking to us next week about why watching modern dance is so hard. Hot tips to make it easy.
Hey, don't miss it. Boulder traffic hell. I mean, back to school week. Everybody, say it with us now. Have a great weekend.
Meeting adjourned.